All right, Shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah Kudash. We want to give double honors to my apostles and elders, great millstone, where we learned this truth from. And a salutation out there to the hopeful elect who continue to push this word in our truth, faith, and sincerity. And we are the brothers here from the GMS Birmingham camp. On the brother Raheem with me.
Brother Malachi.
And today we're just focusing in on the major prophecies, man. Because why niggas are so wrapped up in themselves and so full of themselves, like that's prophecy too. But why people are so wrapped up with themselves and full of themselves, they really can't see the bigger picture, man. And the bigger picture is prophecy. Matter of fact, you can start off with the Revelations 19 and 10. Because that's how you know that Yahweh Shai is dealing with you. You know, once you come, thus saith the Lord, thus saith Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai is not dealing with you. Is you just trying to sit there and be deep, you know? Or just sit there and push forth the laws. That's why you go back in the times when Yahweh Shai was on the scene. That's why Yahweh Shai wasn't dealing with the high priest like that, man. You know? Even though some of the scribes and Pharisees were sincere and they believed upon Yahweh Shai, most of them didn't. Why? Because they was too busy being wrapped up in themselves, man. You got it up.
This Revelations 19 and verse 10. It says, "And I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, See thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant, and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahweh Shai. Worship Yahweh, for the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy."
So the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy, man. So that's how we know you coming, thus saith the Lord. You know, if you say something and it actually come to pass, you know, because a lot of these guys, I remember back in the day, these niggas had their 2019 prophecy, that 400 years, you know, and all of a sudden, I think Wi-Fi was teaching it, if I'm not mistaken. But all of a sudden, once 2020 came to pass, niggas kept on wearing t-shirt and fringes. You know, but they always want to say and talk smack about the apostles and elders when these guys been prophesying for 30 plus years, man. You know, but just going back, the prophets, for the lack of better words, will be revealed the prophecies. You can get that in Amos 3 and 6 for me, Prophet Bashar. Because at the end of the day, thus saith the Lord, this message is coming from Yahweh Shai. And once it's thus saith the Lord, once it's spoken, then ultimately it's going to come into reality. That 2019 BS didn't come into reality. Actually, after 2019, shit got worse. You know, the crown, it came out and things like that. Niggas wasn't expecting it. And soon as those, you know, things and troublesome times came, you know how people wanted to hearken. Now people had their ear to the prophets then. But once everything went back to normal, niggas just kept on going by their day. And it's like niggas kept on getting worse and worse as the days go on, you know? You got it up.
Yep, this Amos chapter 3 and verse 6. "So the trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid. Should there be evil in the city, and the Lord have not done it?"
Right there, shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid. And that trumpet is being blown spiritually by the Lord sending his men out there on the highways and byways preaching, man. You know, us being those spiritual watchmen and warning you for the things that's ahead. You know, because you can tell that a lot of these Israelite camps here, even though you can go into the law, you can go into the historical views, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with that. But you also have to tell about the future. You know, the Bible is a part of the past, the present, and the future. And the future holds nothing but lamentation, mourning, and woes, evils and only evils. You know, the upcoming famine, you know, for lack of better words, the sedition among men, and not to mention the news articles that bags up the biblical prophecies, man. You know,
Yeah, got a precept for you real quick. Up.
you got it, bro.
Yeah, this Jeremiah 35 and verse 15
Mm-hmm.
says, I have sent also unto you all my servants, the prophets, rising up early and sending them, saying, return ye now every man from his evil way, and amend your doings, and go not after other gods to serve them, and ye shall dwell in the land which I have given to you and to your fathers.
And right that's like if I may, it says he sent the prophets early. Now, when you go into the word early, it actually goes back into being diligent, man. Because let's say if a brother, okay, for lack of better words, a brother closed shop over here. Now another brother on the West Coast, he's opening up, man. So the word is continually going out, and the instructions of the Lord is continually being out there. You know, and again, the reason why the words are coming out there is for your salvation. That's why it says you're going to be put back in that land. You got to do up.
It says, but ye have not inclined your ear, nor hearken unto me.
That's it.
You know, and if I may,
you got it, bro.
That's going to be your own downfall. Because the point of the Lord sending forth the prophets early is to pretty much prepare you, you know, for the times that we headed towards. You know, speaking of right there in Amos the 3rd chapter, about those evils that the Lord is going to send forth, man. You know, and a part of those evils is going to be the dollar crashing, you know, the sea hip blend implemented, you know, because that's going to be a form of salvation. You know, this guy, his own form of bringing forth relief is to make you take the, you know, the sea hip, man. But the prophets was rose early. They pretty much give you that warning, storm with the apostles and the elders of great millstone. You know, you got it out.
Come, Baba Kashaf, before you go back to that Amos the 3rd chapter, get Proverbs 22 and 3, just to back up your point.
Come. Yep, this Proverbs 2. Oh, you got it.
Because once the prophets see the evils come, they just don't sit on those evils, you know. They just don't sit back and let the evils continue to grow. No, they warn the people before it even get even worse. You got to do up.
Come, this says Proverbs 22 and 3. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself. But the simple pass on and are punished.
Yes, and that's what the prophets are for, man. The prudent man. You know, for lack of better words, you have your spidey senses, you know, aware. You aware of your surroundings around you, man. And you aware of the things that come to pass. And again, we can see the things that come to pass. America is breaking down as we know it. Like the brother just mentioned, the economy, the agriculture, the structure. On all levels, America is folding in on itself and don't begin upon the Civil War. It's different games and movies just coming out about the Civil War. Esau is preparing for evil shit to happen upon the planet Earth, and we can see it. You know, whether it be in a movie or whether it be in a news article. Yahweh Shema Shai have revealed these things unto us because it came from the scriptures first. But all just going back, once we see those things and we can see those things coming close, the best thing to do is hide yourself. And how do you hide yourself? Under the shadow of the Almighty. Get that real quick. I can the book of Psalms, the 91st chapter, man. Because that's what this word and the prophets are pushed out for too, to let you basically get a chance to get right before shit get even worse. You know, you got it up.
Yeah, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 91 and verse 1. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty.
Now, how do you dwell in the secret place of the Most High? And how do you abide under the shadow of the Almighty? Basically, you baptize and you cover yourself up with this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, which is able to save your soul, like it's written in James, the 1st chapter, man. You know? Because again, it's going to get to a point when either you're going to have to trust in the Lord, you know, like the scriptures say, from faith to faith, you're going to have faith in Yahweh Shine that day, or either you're just going to go and trust in Esau. You got to continuing on.
It says, I will say of the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, he is my refuge and my fortress, my power, in him will I trust.
Yes, he says, Yahweh Shema Shai is our refuge and our fortress. Now, for lack of better words, in order for you to have a refuge or a fortress or a place of protection, what must be around? Destruction, man.
Mhm.
Bad things must be around in order for us to run into the Lord. For lack of better words, you wouldn't even know about Joseph. You wouldn't even know about the time, Moses would never brought us out of Egypt unless Joseph got sold into slavery, man. And going back to Daniel, Daniel would have never been that famous guy unless he got thrown in a lion's den and trusted and leaned upon the Lord. And that's what Yahweh Shemal Shai do, man. He creates scenarios like he's going to create scenarios for everybody upon the planet Earth to trust in him or either trust in Esau, man. You know? For lack of better words, that's what happened with Saul, you know? And the Lord told him to take down the Edomites instead of him trusting the faithful words of Samuel, which Samuel got those words from the Lord. He trusted in Esau. And when you go deeper in on the story of Saul, instead of him trusting in the power of Israel, he ended up trusting in the witch. And it's not no coincidence that America is also known as the land of the Chaldeans, man. So again, when hard times come, either you're going to run into the house of the Lord, the house of David, the house of protection, or you're going to run into the house of Esau, which is basically a damn shadow, man. You know? You got something on?
No, I ain't got nothing out.
If you ain't got nothing, go back into that Amos, the 3rd chapter, and read verse 6 again.
This is the book of Amos, chapter 3 and verse 6. It says, shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord hath not done it?
Now, this is Yahweh Shemal Shai giving himself credit for the bad things that come upon the earth. You know, you got to do up.
And it says, surely the Lord Yahweh Shemal Shai will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets.
Yes, it says he revealeth his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. So even those bad things and those evils that the Lord bring upon the earth, before he bring them, guess what he do? He reveal it unto his servants, man. Not into everybody, not into all these niggas. Because let's say if NBA Youngboy had this truth for what's another nigga, man? A bitch like what's that new light skinned pretty little broad? Ice Spice.
Ice Spice,
yeah. What if she was, the dollar of Sarah? She got a head wrap on. For lack of better word, she's not gonna use the truth in the right way. For lack of better word, they're gonna be in the spirit of that nigga Brandon T. Jackson. When you go into this nigga Brandon T. Jackson, do you know this nigga had Hebrew Israelite shoes? Showing you why the Lord haven't revealed the real truth into everybody, man. Because yes, you might know that you're an Israelite. You might know not to eat pork and not to commit adultery, but for lack of better words, if you really don't know the whole road and Yahweh Shemal Shai didn't really bless you, give you that spiritual inspiration, you as good as gone, man. You know, you just on the what is called the auto cycle of death, man. Because even though you claim you're Israelite, you got the frankincense and myrrh, and you got the fringes on, it still don't mean you saved. Because while these people still claim to be Israelites, they still claim to be the Lord. They still have the worldly ways about them, man. Okay. And it shows in your ministry. Because instead of the forefront of your ministry being serving the Lord and you prophesying, like Great Millstone. One thing about Great Millstone, the forefront of our ministry is teaching, man. But how do everybody know about Deacon Sakari? The reason why everybody know about Deacon Sakari because this nigga do a lot of debates, and ultimately this nigga do rap videos, man. You know, you got some?
Yeah, I got something for you.
You got it, bro.
Yep, this 2nd Ezra chapter 8 start at verse 60. It says, but they which be created have defiled the name of him that made them, and were unthankful unto him which prepared life for them.
Basically, he was unthankful for Yahweh Shai, man. You know, because even guys who claim to be Israel, who claim to say Yasharallah, who even call upon the names of Yahweh Shemal Shai, these guys don't even call upon Yahweh Shai for the sacrifice he did for you niggas to even get the truth, man. You know, you got it, bro.
He says, and therefore is my judgment now at hand. These things have I not showed unto all men, but unto thee and a few like thee. Then answer I and say,
right there, because it says the Lord haven't revealed these things to all men, but unto thee and a few like thee. Now, real quick, just going back, bagging up what you just brought out, You go into Amos, the 3rd chapter again, you go into that word secret, you know. He revealed this secret to the servants, the prophets. Now you go into the word secret, it goes to council assembly. Right here, it says divine circle of familiar friends. And again, when your friend, you can tell your friend something, but you're not going to tell everybody something. And once you go into that word friend too, another word for that friend too is brethren. You know, it says assemble company, but just the point right here, it says secret council. The point, it says familiar converse, intimacy with the Most High, man. And Yahweh Shai, he's not being intimate with these other camps, and we can see it. It's made manifest. A part of us being intimate with the Lord is we have the spirit of Yahweh Shai, man, which is what the spirit of prophecy, you know. A part of these other camps not being familiar with Yahweh Shai about the things that you teach, man. You know, let's say if you my homeboy and you know, my boy wouldn't say that. You know, if Yahweh Shai was today, if Yahweh Shai was here today and somebody say Gentiles and everybody could be saved, Yahweh Shai said, man, you ain't my homeboy, man. You putting words in his mouth now, you know? You got it though, what?
Yeah, I got something for you real quick.
Come on.
Matthew 13 and verse 11.
That's it.
It says, he answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven.
And matter of fact, jump up at verse 9, huh?
Verse 9, he said, who hath ears to hear, let them hear.
Mm-hmm.
And the disciples came and said unto him, why speakest thou unto them in parables?
Hey, right there, and that's why even before the 9th verse said, who that have ears to hear, let them hear, man. If you can understand what I'm saying, then good for you. You got it.
He says, he answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given.
And that's why he says he revealed it into a few men like thee. Because even though brothers might be different in the taste of music, brothers might be different in the way we dress, we still come together under the banner in the spirit of Yahweh Shai, man. You know, I can't, me and the guy, we might have the same football team. Me and the guy, we might like the same music. But if this nigga say Gentiles can be saved, I can't be cool with him. You know? You got it up.
Just get that word mysteries. You know, Strong's G3466 goes back to Mysterion. It says hidden things, secret mysteries, generally mysteries, religious secrets.
Yeah, hey, religious secrets, you got it, bro.
Confined only to the initiated and not to ordinary mortals.
It is confined only to initiated. And once you confine something, you basically lock it up. You basically seal it. So Yahweh Shai sealed these mysteries and this truth, this knowledge amongst the prophets and the believers out there. While the rest of them are basically leaning to their own understanding, man. You know, like this nigga, we got a long time scoffer down here in Birmingham. Every week, this nigga failed to come over and say just a few words of wickedness, and he leave every time. Guess what? The reason why he do that because the Lord locked him out. You know, the reason why people scoff, the reason why people hate, because they really can't get it, man. Chris Brown, they look at he said, I don't even know why you hang on this side of the club. You can't even get in. You know, and that's the spirit of the prophets and the prophecies, man. Even when you go into in the ancient world, the prophets always hung out together. You know, the son of the prophets, man. And again, you think for the lack of better words that tradition just fell away. No, that tradition kept on going, even though it was smothered a little bit. Now is at the time when it's flourishing, man. You know, you got some more on it up?
Yeah, just a little bit more.
You got it.
It says of the Most High, the secret counsels which governs the Most High in dealing with the righteous.
Yeah, the secret counsels which governs the Most High. So basically, the secret counsels that the Most High is governing is actually depicting reality, man. It's actually telling you what's going to happen upon the planet Earth in the future. You got it, bro.
It says which are hidden from ungodly and wicked men.
Oh, hidden from ungodly and wicked men. You got it.
But plain to the godly.
But plain unto the godly. Real quick, give me Isaiah 8 and verse 14.
Yeah. Yep, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 8 and verse 14. It says, and he shall be for a sanctuary but for a stone of stumbling and for a rock.
Salaki, it says, but he shall be for a sanctuary. You know, and that sanctuary is not going to be for everybody. Matter of fact, jump in verse 13.
Yep, verse 13. It says, sanctify the Lord of hosts himself, and let him be your fear, and let him be your dread.
Basically, you fearing the things that the Lord is speaking about. Because even it tells you in the book of Habakkuk, I have heard thy speech and was afraid. And the reason why he was afraid, because the Lord revealed the secret unto him, and for the lack of better words, that secret was dreadful, man. You got it.
It says, and he shall be for a sanctuary, but for a stone of stumbling and for a rock of offense to both the house of Israel, for a gin and for a snare to the inhabitants of Jerusalem.
And it says he shall be a sanctuary. So he's going to be a sanctuary in a place of peace for a few, but for the rest of everybody else, he's going to be a rock of offense. Hey, you pull out Deuteronomy, the 22nd chapter, man. You talking about damn teaching women class, breaking down Deuteronomy, the 22nd chapter. But if you bring that out, niggas get offended, man. Leviticus 23 and 19, niggas get offended at that, man. Even we speak about these Edomites going into slavery and we're going to take their women, people get offended at that. Even Israelites get offended, man. You tell a Israelite sister about multiple women, she get offended at that, man. Now you tell a Israelite brother not to line up your beard, these niggas get offended at that. And you're not just offended at what a brother said unto you because a brother rebuked you. You know how much these camps hate that. You're really offended at the spirit of Yahweh Shai, man. Continuing on it, up.
It says, verse 15, and many among them.
And Salakia, right there, it says, and many among them, man, which is many Israelites. You got it, bro. Salakia.
Shall stumble and fall and be broken, be snared and be taken.
Be snared and be taken, because for the lack of better words, that's why it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of living power, because the Lord can bring you in the truth just to kill you. He can bring you in the truth just to bug you out, man. And that's what these guys really don't consider. Even the men, the men that you're speaking against, for the lack of better words, man. You don't know that you could be speaking against the men of the Lord. Now you offended one of the little ones, man. But at the same time, that's why the Lord set up certain men, certain lowly men. So once you come to them and you talk shit about him, you just think he's just a normal old guy, you snare in the trap of Yahweh Shai now, man. Continue on, though, the point. Verse 16.
Yep, verse 16, it says, bind up the testimony, seal the law amongst my disciples.
It says, bind up the testimony and seal the law amongst my disciples. Hey, the Lord, he's going to give this truth only unto a few. Real quick, you go into the word seal. Strong's H2856. One of those words, seal, is to lock up, you know. So what the Lord is going to do, he's going to give this truth to his elect, and he's going to lock it up from the rest of everybody else, man. Right here, it says to close up, especially the seal, make an end, a mark, a seal, a stop. So basically, the Lord, he's sealing this truth amongst his elect, while the rest of the nation of Israel will be lost. And one thing that these people are lost about is what is the mark of the beast, man. You know, some guys claim it's an embargo. Some guys claim it's sleeping with white women. Even some people say Baz Reeves and Solomon and Apostle Paul had to see him, man. A lot of these people don't know what it's really talking. Some niggas say it's the actions that you do in the right hand and the thoughts that you say in your forehead, you know. People try to be deep, but not knowing that it's really a physical mark, man. These are part of the mysteries that the Lord have made it plain unto us, but he have made it cloudy unto the rest of the nation of Israel, man. You know, you got some up?
Yeah, real quick.
You got it?
Run it real quick. Yeah. Isaiah 6 and verse 9. It says, he said, go and tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understand not. See ye indeed, but perceive not. Make the heart of this people fat, and make their ears heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes and hear with their ears and understand with their hearts and convert and be healed.
And that's the part of the Lord locking you out the house, man.
Mhm.
So you can't come in the house and be healed and be nourished and be warm with the comforts of your house shot. You know?
Yep.
Because if you don't know if I tell you to go down that dark road and there's no light on that dark road, for lack of better words, you're gonna be uncomfortable, man. So what Yahweh Shai is doing, he set this word up so the elect can read it and have the spiritual eyesight to see, while the 2/3, the only thing they can do is go out, go in one ear and go out the other, man. They can see the things, but they'll just rather look at something else, man. You got it, bro. Continuing on.
So like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, he says, so like real quick, yeah, he said, yep, verse 11. Then said I, Lord, how long? And he answered and said, until the cities be wasted without inhabitants,
Mm-hmm.
and the houses without man,
Mm-hmm.
and the land be utterly desolate.
And the land be utterly desolate until the destruction come. That's when niggas gonna get it. And that's why I see why Apostle Kabal always say, with words don't teach, adversity will, man. Because best to believe a lot of adversity is going to come upon the planet Earth. You know what I'm saying? But Baba Kushab, if that's it on it, I'll go back to that Amos 3 and start at verse 8. Finish it off at verse 8.
Yep, Amos 3 and verse 8.
Mm-hmm.
It says, the lion hath roared, who would not fear?
That's it.
The Lord Yahweh Shema hath spoken, who can but prophesy?
Yes, and when the Lord speaks something, like the Lord speaking about the MOTP coming upon the planet Earth, who can but prophesy? The only thing you can do is talk about the things that was thus saith the Lord, and even part of these false prophets, because a lot of these false prophets saying the sea have not going to come. Part of these false prophets saying it's not going to be no digital system. But for the lack of better words, we're still teaching about it. Why? Because the Lord power have spoken it, man. Now, real quick, I have just a quick little article, and brothers I already know about that Elon Musk thing that just came out, but it's not for just GP. One thing that they're going to use the C help for is for medical reasons, whether it be to detect whether your heart rate is going up, whether it be to detect your blood type, or whether it be to detect if you have a certain disease in your body, man. You gotta read this article for me.
It says, how body on a chip tech is transforming research with Professor Donald Igber.
Igber. It sound like Eber. You got it though. I'll read this.
It says Professor Donald Igber, founding director of the Wise Institute for Biological Inspired Engineering at Harvard University, is responsible for the development of human organ chips.
Mm-hmm.
These organ chip systems provides researchers with a window into inter-organ philosophy, psychology. It's like philosophy. It's like, what's that word? Yeah, psychology. Psychology. And the body's response to drugs without the need for animal testing.
Yeah, if you got it, read a little bit more.
It says these chips can be applied to drug development, disease modeling, and personalized medicine.
And what they're basically saying, instead of us, testing these different animals, what we're gonna do is, get a piece of tissue and put a device inside that tissue, and this is going to be your new heart. This is going to be your new liver. This is what these devils are preparing, man. This artificial intelligence is going to be how this devil play like he's the Most High, man. Mm-hmm. This artificial intelligence is how this guy's going to try to spy on you. It's going to be a way of how this guy is going to try to, for the lack of better words, control your life. Control the narrative too, because even with this AI technology, I think it was last week, they had a picture of Taylor Swift, and you can clearly tell that the picture was AI generated, but it could be kind of realistic. And there was a big thing over there, And there was an article that came out last week about the dangers of AI technology, man. Which really, that's how when you go into the Terminator, that's how the Terminator series come out. The AI technology just went haywire, not knowing that it's going to be a nigga in Florida with a damn PlayStation controller controlling these different things. But just going back on how this devil is really trying to control things and how he's trying to be the Most High, the way he's going to try to do it through his technology. Matter of fact, you can give me Ezekiel, the 28th chapter. It started at verse 1. I think if it's not 1, I think it's 3. Matter of fact, start at verse 2, Salakia.
This is Ezekiel 28 and verse 2. Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus.
Now, Salakia, the prince of Tyrus today is the representation of Esau. You know, and when it continuing on, you can tell. You got it, bro.
It says, thus said the Lord Yahweh by Shemashah, because thy heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am a power. I sit in the seat of the Most High, in the midst of the seas, yet thou art a man and not a God. Said, though thou set thy heart as the heart of the Most High.
Yes, right there, because the Lord, even though the Lord did set Esau up as the highest ruling nation upon the planet Earth, Esau ended up getting the big head. He think he have the heart and the mind on the Most High because the Lord blessed him with certain technology, man. That he didn't bless the other empires. He didn't bless the merging in the peace, in the merging, the Persians in the Medes, well, ICBM nuclear missiles. So he blessed Esau today. You know, you got it up.
He says, behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee.
And right there it says, behold, thou art wiser than Daniel, showing you with their wisdom it have perverted them. Matter of fact, let me get there real quick. That is Isaiah 47 chapter, I think. Your wisdom have perverted thee. Is that Isaiah 47 like 11?
I believe
it. Try Isaiah 47 11 or either 10.
Okay, come.
Because right there, the wisdom of this world, the wisdom of this society have perverted you guys, man, your mindset. Because your mindset is not the mind of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua, man. You know?
Yeah, I got it.
Come. Yeah, it's 10. You got it, bro.
Yeah. Isaiah 47 verse 10. It says, for thou hast trusted in thy wickedness. Thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee. And thou hast said in thy heart, I am, and none else beside me.
And that's how the mindset of Esau, he think he's the Most High. He think he's the one. He think he's the guy who's going to, run off into the sunset after all the wicked shit that you have done. But like the scripture say, your wisdom, your mindset, your wickedness, they have perverted you. You basically are deceiving yourself if you think Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua is going to sit back and continue to let Esau be Esau. Because really what the Lord is doing is set up Esau to have a great fall, man. This guy, he's on top of the mountain. He's acting all willy-nilly. Just one slip up, you're going to be at the bottom of the mountain now. That's what the Lord is doing and setting up for the nation of Edom, man. Because it ain't like, even though this guy, he have this organ technology, he have the technology to give you a robotic arm. He have the technology to basically make the blind to see again. That's what that Elon Musk brain interface is all about. Guess what? These different things are going to be made in vain. Because although Esau have created these different things to help the people, ultimately the Lord is going to disappoint Esau. Matter of fact, give me that in the book of Job 5 and verse 12, man. Start at verse 11.
This is the book of Job 5 verse 11. To set up on high those that be low. That those which mourn may be exalted to safety.
Yes, because it's going to be a transfer in the kingdoms. The Lord is basically going to exalt the lowly while the lofty fall down. You got it, bro.
So like I lost. All right, yep. It says, verse 12, he disappointed the device of the crafty so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise.
Yes, the Lord, He's going to disappoint your plans, man. So you can't perform your NWO to get everybody see help, man. You got it. Continuing on.
Gun, it says, he taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the forward is carried head on.
Yes, because ultimately the higher ups, the elites, the upper echelon of Esau is going to be the ones that's going to put everybody in the trick bag, man. And that's why even amongst Edomites, they hate Amalek, man, because they know this is going to be the reason why the nation of Edom falls, man. You know? But matter of fact, you got some?
Yeah, Khan.
You got it, bro.
Yeah, this Job chapter 20.
Yeah, Khan.
In verse 22. He says, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he should be in straits.
Hey, Khan, you got it. You got it, bro.
Yep. Yeah, he's gonna be in straits. Pretty much, he's gonna be faced with a level of difficulty. Because I know before you were speaking on the rebels versus the conservatives, you know, and that's gonna pretty much bring a level of difficulty. Everybody's not gonna be with this man's program, man. You know, he says every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. When he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, in which, you know, the perfection of that is the missiles. You know, that's that, you know, him being taken in his own craftiness, because it is, he created those missiles, but not knowing he was creating them for his own destruction. You know, the nigga, who's that? Oppenheimer made the quote, you know, he have become the destroyer of worlds. You know, and he ultimately became the destroyer of his own world, because that ICBM missile, you know, is going to be the thing that's going to take him out. You know, so he says, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he should be in straits. Every hand of the wicked should come upon him. When he is about to fill his belly, when he is about to crown his NWO, the Most High should cast the fear of his wrath upon him, and should rain it upon him while he is eating. He should flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel should strike him through. Yeah, part of him fleeing from that iron weapon is him running down into those bunkers, man. You know, and that ain't no coincidence why that became a trend in the earth. You know, niggas building bunkers. Niggas, even Rick Ross, you know, caught wind of the trend, man. You see? But the thing with Rick Ross, he ain't got enough money to build this bunker outside of the target, man. You know, but he say, he should flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel should strike him through. It is drawn and come out of the body. Speaking of those missiles coming out of the silos, the glittering sword coming out of his gauze, terrors are upon him. You see, and pretty much this guy knowing that his end is near. You know, and those terrors, you know, the prophets being on the streets. And I'll tell you how it was a fearful sight, or that dreadful sound was in his ear. You know, guys pretty much hearing his fate, man. You know, you got it out.
And it's beautiful, man, because again, the Lord have set up Esau just so he can fall. And on top of all that, you know you're going to fall. It's somebody in your face telling you too. That's why it's going to be a big thing, you know, between the prophets versus the elites. Because it ain't like in the midst of when the sea hip and they have chipping stations out here, it ain't like they're going to have us out here on the highways and byways in front of the chipping. No, they're going to try to take us off the streets for the end, man. Then that's when Ezekiel, the 33rd chapter is going to be made in its full effect, man. Even when it said at the beginning, if you warn the wicked from his wicked way, and he continue to go in that wicked way, for the lack of better words, he's going to be destroyed, but you shall wash the blood off your hands. But if you don't warn the wicked man from his way, yes, that wicked man is going to die, but you also going to be die too for not warning him, man. So if you're not warning people about the things that's coming ahead, and again, one of those major things that's coming ahead is the implementation of the mandatory inflation of the R to the L to the IDC help, man. You know? And it ain't like this system is going to take 2 weeks. It's going to be 2 weeks before we get it mandatory. You know, this system can actually change overnight. It's not no coincidence. They have digital banking now. I got this article with Trump. It's not no coincidence they have digital banking. It's not no coincidence that they have Cash App. You can pay you can pay with your food with just a tap of a button. For the lack of better words, that shows you that it's been transformed into a new revolution. You going to the what this the fourth, or I think the fifth industrial revolution. You know what I'm saying? Instead of you going from the steamboat to coal, these guys is finna come from the coal into damn electric, man. Into this damn digital being a wireless thing that's gonna be put inside your body, that's gonna connect you into the whole system, man. You know, but you got it up. Get this little article for me. Let me get it right. You probably ain't gonna be able to see the
heading
headline of it, but it says Trump calls central digital bank currency very dangerous. That's the name of the article. But you got it up.
It says former President Donald Trump expresses heavy skepticism about security of a central bank digital currency CBDC, which he has vowed to block. In an interview released Friday, though he personally owes $3 million in cryptocurrency himself, according to Forbes estimates, and hawks a line of NFT trading cards.
Yeah, right there. We know Trump can pay that real quick and easy. But what he's doing, basically warning you about the CBDC. And it's not no coincidence that the BRICS nations, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa is coming up with a CBDC currency that's going to be backed up physically by gold. You got it though. I'll read a little bit more of this.
It says, key facts. It says Trump said a so-called digital dollar will be very dangerous, claiming it could create a situation where money suddenly disappears from people's bank accounts. He told Fox News in a response to a question about his plans to block the Federal Reserve from formally issuing a digital currency.
So he's trying to block it while the rest of the people are trying to make it come to pass. Now, right down, there's going to be civil war talk, man. Right there, there's going to be people being opposition into one of another. Now, yes, let's be honest. Trump is an Edomite. Things like that. Yes, Trump is for a system. He's nothing but a puppet. But you have to realize these elites are actually playing a narrative. Now, let's say for the Edomites who do vote for Trump, a lot of them are conservatives. And a lot of the conservatives dwell in the Bible Belt, which is South America, man. And a lot of them could be Jake too. But these Bible Belt Americans know more about the truth than you damn Israelites. A part of them knowing more about the truth than you damn niggas is they know that the R to the F to the I to the D C here is the mark of the beast, man. They have more spiritual understanding than these guys who are fringes, And again, if you ask a guy with fringes what the MOTB is, the first thing he gonna say is a long story. First, it's about the actions that you do in the right hand and the things that you think in the forehead. And yes, it is. And certain guys I ran across, a guy might say, yeah, it is the MOTB. Yeah, it is going to be a physical thing that's going to go outside your hand. But he going to turn around and basically give you a backhand compliment, but say, yeah, it's deeper than that, though. How can it be deeper than that? How can it be deeper than that? When you just made it simplify, you making it deeper than what it's supposed to be. And that's what a lot of these Israelites who have itching ears really don't know what it's about, man. You got something up?
Yeah, I got that Revelation 13.
That spirit, I was just about to tell you to get it. You got it up.
Yeah, started verse 16. Says, and he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead.
And right there, it says he calls it. Now, I think, if I'm not mistaken, one of those words for cause is basically you doing something with authority, man. You force it upon the people, man. So it's going to be different laws and legislations that's going to affect the small and the great, the rich and poor, and the free and the bond. Matter of fact, before you continue on, get Revelations 3 and verse 10. Showing you it's just not going to be depicted, or it's just not going to be just for the people who stay in the hood, or for the people who, You know what I'm saying? Only for black people. No, this thing is going to be a worldwide thing or a worldwide system in order for you to basically say you trust in the Lord, or in order for you to say you basically trust in Esau, man. You know, but you got a lot.
Kind of Revelations 3 and 10.
Mm-hmm.
Because thou hast kept the words of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation,
Mm-hmm.
which shall come upon the whole, but come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth.
Right there, the Lord said, because thou has kept the word of my patience, I will keep you from the hour of temptation. Now, that temptation is going to be enticed to sin. It's going to be plenty of ways, man. You know, even though that C-hip is going to be one of the main ways, it's going to be unlawful food that people are going to tempt you with. You know, a whole bunch of scenarios. We just pray and hope in the midst of these scenarios, the Lord keep us. But it says these temptations is going to be pushed forth throughout the whole world. And that bags up that small and great, rich and poor, free and bond.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everybody is going to be affected with it. Whether you a guy in India that's sitting up in jail, or whether you a stockbroker here in America, man. You got it, bro. Continue to go back into that Revelations.
Yeah, kind. I got you. Hey, I got that word though. For calls it. You know,
yeah,
one,
bring it out. Bring it out.
Yeah, kind. This is Strong's G4160.
Mm-hmm.
This definition for the word cause, G definition. It says to make, render one anything. It says to make, constitute, or appoint one anything, to appoint or ordain one that.
You got it, bro.
Yeah, kind of. So this guy, he pretty much, you know, he gonna make you make the conscious decision to go get it. On top of him making it a law that you got to get it. You know, I've seen you know, the LI be doing the Karagma chickens and things, and there was he did one with a lady. She went into the store, you know, and she was trying to use a card, and the guy was like, "Yeah, no card." And she tried to pull cash out, and he was like, "Yeah, we don't take cash either." And then the guy came in right behind her and scanned his forehead, and she was perplexed. You know, she was, "Oh, I ain't got that. Where I get that from?" You know, and that's that conscious decision, man. When you can't get, you know, resources, you know, the resources not readily available as they is now, a nigga gonna make the conscious decision to go down there and get that chip, man.
Yeah. It's beautiful because, again, it's going to be the new thing in. You're not going to be able to basically live in this society without it. Just like these guys did with the cell phones. You realize the major effect that the cell phones had on people, not only just in the last 20 years or even 15 years, man. Really, the last 10 years since 2010 and up, you got to live with a cell phone, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and again, even ever since 2010, I think 2010, that's when the iPhone 4 came out, if I'm not mistaken. It's like iPhone 3, iPhone 4 came out. That's when people started doing it. Every year, you got to get a new phone.
Yeah.
But every year, that's a part of the trends too. Every year, it's a new phone, a new iPad, the new Apple Watch. Apple coming out recently with the new metaverse goggles, you know, when you can actually be in the AI world. So these are going to be the new trends that Esau is going to use for you to basically go back into Babylon, man. Get sucked back into the system. And so, like, not to keep on rambling, but even you go back into the movie The Matrix. When you go into the movie The Matrix, the first one, it was the nigga that was the trader, right? That was going to try to sell out Neo. And what he did, he was like, yeah, man, I know this place is fake. I know it's not a real steak. You know what I'm saying? I know nothing. This is real, but I enjoy it. So people is going to rather deceive themselves to stay in a metaverse or to stay a part of this system instead of, you know, face the hard truth and suffer until the Lord come back, man. You know, but go back into that Revelations to 13th chapter, unless you have some more on it.
Yeah, that's it on that.
Come on, you got it.
Yeah, he says Revelation 13 and 16, he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name.
It says no man might buy or sell unless he had the name of the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. And it's not no coincidence why Trump is talking about the CBDC can take money out your account automatically. You know, that's not no light thing, man. Continue on on it.
It says, "Here is wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast,
Mm-hmm.
for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666."
Now that number 300, 3 score and 6, it actually translates to 666. Now you go into 666 in the Greek, it actually goes back into chi psi stigma. Now that I think, if I'm not mistaken, that chi actually represents the chi represents Esau medical field. The psi represents Esau trying to cross out Yahweh Shai. But let's go into this word stigma. That's why I really want to focus on right now. That word stigma, man, showing you that it's going to actually be a physical thing that's going to go inside people's body. Matter of fact, I'm just going to do a regular Google definition. Just the word stigma, man. It says a mark of disgrace with a particular circumstance, quality, or person, man. And that circumstance that's going to be a mark of disgrace is you having a tiny device in you. Even matter of fact, get Revelations. Is that Revelation 15 or 16 and 2? Matter of fact, Revelation 16 and 2, that grievous sword.
Okay,
that's going to be a part of that mark of disgrace. Because niggas gonna try to be stunned. Niggas are gonna try to be scanned and shit, but you're gonna have a big ass boil on your damn hand, man. You got it.
Yeah, Revelation 16 and 2. And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worship his image.
And that's gonna be a part of that stigma, man. That mark of disgrace. Because ultimately, there's gonna be a mark of you choosing Esau in this society instead of you choosing Yahweh Shema Shai and the power that created you. You know? You got some on there out? You got something else?
No, that's it on. Yeah, I ain't got nothing on that.
Papa Kashai, we're gonna end off right here. Go to Isaiah 36 and verse 6.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 36. In verse 6, he says, "Lo, thou trustest in the staff of this broken reed on Egypt, whereon if a man lean, it will go into his hand and pierce it. So is Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to all that trust in him."
So basically, once you trust in this system, you trust in this society, you trust in a world of Esau, you're going to lean upon it. You know, and what it mean about leaning upon it is when the staff of bread and the staff of water get taken away. Instead of you trusting on Yahweh Shema Shai to provide, a lot of these people are going to trust in the rations that Esau is going to bring forth, man. You know? And you know, 9 times out of 10, man, Esau gonna bring your ass some beans and rice, and if he do bring you some meat, it's gonna be some fucking pork.
Yeah, you know? Fucking prison food.
Yeah, some fucking prison food, mystery meat, man. Even you might bring you some Soylent Green. Now, you know, if you never watched that movie Soylent Green, you gotta watch it. You know, people gonna end like another movie. People gonna end like those people off the Society of the Snow. You know?
Yep.
And that's going to be very quickly in the matter of a week. I won't be surprised to see niggas munching off each other. But the reason why that spirit is going to happen and the reason why that spirit is going to come to pass because the Lord have spoken it, man. And once the Lord spoken it, it's actually going to come into reality. And once it comes into reality, if you're not with the Lord and you don't have that mark of exemption, and the Lord don't have no mercy upon you, then you're going to get caught up in that shit, man. That's a scary thing to ponder on. That's why we make our diligence to make the calling of our election sure, man. You know? So, yeah, you got anything, bro?
Nah, that's it on there.
Yeah, with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakudash. We want to give double honor to our apostles, Ellis Great Millstone. And Shalom.
Shalom.